Project Guru, 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 Guru.
Welcome to Novorossia Rock's radio station in downtown Donetsk. This is Zak, your American here. Let me tell you something. The last few days has been horrific atrocities committed by the Kiev government. First, let's go to some official statements by our government. Kiev will inevitably be punished for crimes against the people of Donbass, according to Mr. Purgin. Nazi Ukraine as a state commits a crime against Donbass, part of its former nation, but punishment for such actions will inevitably follow, it was announced today. We are talking not only about the crimes of the battalions, these are crimes in Ukraine as part of the state against its own people. They continue to bomb water filter stations, power plants, and other infrastructure facilities, continue to terrorize the population of Donbass with an attempt to expel them from their land, because the Nazi Ukrainian government ideology is to clean and empty the territory. Purgin expressed confidence that the punishment for crimes committed by Kiev necessarily will follow. He pointed out that the evidence of murder, torture, looting by the Nazi Ukrainian army and nationalist battalions, first and foremost, the right sector. Evidence collected not only by the DNR and LNR, but also in Mother Russia. Russian Foreign Ministry has already sent some volumes of the White Book, a collection of evidence about crimes against humanity at the UN and at the Council of Europe. Already killed tens of thousands of residents of Donbass. The court will be inevitable and need an international tribunal. We remind that on July 8th, the head of DNR, LNR, Alexander, our president, Zakharchenko, appealed to the UN Security Council to establish an international tribunal to investigate crimes committed by Nazi Ukrainian forces. In a joint statement, the leaders of the two republics, it was noted that in the course of the conflict, Nazi APU and punitive battalions committed massacres, torture, used weapons prohibited by international conventions, deliberately targeted at residential areas and civilian infrastructure. Official state from Russia. Russia has evidence of crimes against humanity committed in Donbass. Moscow has evidence of crimes against humanity committed by the Nazi Ukrainian military against residents of the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republic. The Russian side is carrying out its own investigations into a number of incidents. Even on the basis of the interim investigation data, we may say that there are incidents which may be qualified as crimes against humanity in Donbass. The presidential spokesman refused to comment on the proposals of the Donetsk and Luhansk republics on establishing a tribunal on crimes committed by the Nazi Ukrainian military. In his opinion, such comments should be made by those to whom these proposals are addressed, the United Nations and its Security Council. But as for the rationale of such tribunal put forward by the representatives of the Donbass region, namely crimes against humanity committed by the Ukrainian Armed Forces in Donbass, perhaps we could say that such instances did take place. Just in, breaking news. The Nazi Ukrainian military for more than an hour and a half of heavy weapons shelling the outskirts of Gorlovka. From 7 in the morning, we heard explosions on the outskirts of the city. Nazi APU fired with heavy weapons on the northwestern part of the city. Powerful explosions heard from Nikitovsky district and Azoranovsky. According to the Ministry of Defense of the DNR, the city of Gorlovka is often subjected to bombardment from the MAT Nazi movement. Result aggression by Nazi Ukrainian military often inflicts deaths to civilians and destruction of the infrastructure of the city. According to the Children's Ombudsman DNR, during the confrontation between militias of DND and APU has the most fatalities of children from tearing of Nazi Ukrainian shrapnel and shells. And now, a little situation from yesterday. Very sad, horrible, horrific, genocide, atrocities. I'm tired of seeing children suffering, crying. I was called in to get to Tilmanovo, a little town here, to evacuate families whose homes were destroyed. It was very emotional, very sad, and bitter as well. I am very, very angry. Thanks to the quick response team of 4 minibuses and vehicles from the Ekaterina Gubareva Battalion and Novorossia TV crew, also volunteers from Slovakia and another wonderful TV crew from Mother Russia. The faces of the children so scared, children suffering for no reason. I cannot understand what Poroshenko wants. Why does his regime bring such cruelty to these children? Families to suffer, homes destroyed. The population of this town wants to stay. They are so brave, so beautiful, so powerful. But we had to get these poor souls to safety and shelter. Their homes were destroyed. When I started talking English with them, finally smiles and joy broke out. But I was still heartbroken. And this is what's happening every day from the Poroshenko regime, sponsored by NATO and Obama's fascist regime. Stop your bombs, stop your bombing and killing of children.